So I love to hate him.
Yep.
Right? He was the easy villain. But I will say I felt like he got screwed in the Super Bowl with his brother. And I kind of feel like I'd kind of like to see them beat Georgia. So I'm gonna be pulling a little bit for the blue, which is really hard.
Good day, Industrial Advisors listeners, and thank you for tuning in. If you have not subscribed, please do so by clicking subscribe wherever you podcast. Click the like button and hit the bell if you want notifications of when we put up new content. Leave us a comment about anything we discuss here today or general comments about the show. Now, let's get into it.
Welcome to our Industrial Advisors podcast, 5 Minute Friday. This is going to be a fun one because we're just talking football.
Yes, it is.
We're late in the year for both college football and the NFL. So let's talk college football to start. Okay,
All right.
So we got the semifinals of Ohio State and Georgia, and then you got TCU and Michigan. I don't think anybody's going to. I mean, Georgia's just so good. I don't think they're going to get beat. So I'm going to go Georgia and Michigan in the title game. And honestly, I think Georgia wins by a couple touchdowns in both games.
Well, that's interesting. We're matched on who's going in. I think Georgia is going to clean up Ohio State, and I think Michigan's easily going to beat TCU. That one's easy to me. But I think Michigan's going to come out, and it'll be interesting because I do feel like I've never been a big Harbaugh fan. Him coming out of both Stanford and San Francisco, arch rivals of UW and the Hawks. So I love to hate him.
Yep.
Right? He was the easy villain. But I will say I felt like he got screwed in the Super Bowl with his brother. And I kind of feel like I'd kind of like to see them beat Georgia. So I'm gonna be pulling a little bit for the blue, which is really hard because we're obviously Spartans.
Michigan State connection. Yeah. Well, the cool thing about Harbaugh, he almost got fired a couple years ago.
Yes.
And since then, he's really, they've had great years.
Yes.
So that part's kind of cool. I don't know. He could be back in the NFL in a couple years, too. We'll see. But let's talk about the NFL because, man, I love the NFL. I love the NFL playoffs. The Seahawks are now, hovering around 500. They're just mediocre this year. They're mediocre. And so, unfortunately, I don't think they have a Super Bowl in them this year, which just pains me to say. So out of the NFC, Philly obviously has had a great year. The Niners look really good. I mean, the talent on that team is off the charts. Their quarterback,
I think they're the best out there.
Has been super efficient. He's been like Russell Wilson was his rookie year. Just, don't turn the ball over. Use your weapons. Throw for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns and no picks every game. With that talent around them, I mean, they could do some damage. So I think them and Philly in the NFC Championship. I love Jalen Hurts, man. He is awesome. I love how he handled the whole situation at Alabama when he got replaced by Tua, and then he bounced back and went to Oklahoma, had a great year. He's a winner, man. So I got Philly coming out of the NFC. AFC, man, you got 3 teams, right? You got the Bengals, you got the Chiefs, you got the Bills that I could all see kind of making it happen. I'm going to have Buffalo coming out of that, and I got Buffalo beating Philly in the Super Bowl.
Buffalo beating Philly. Okay. Well, Buffalo, man, it's been a long time coming. They went to 4 straight Super Bowls.
That's right.
Right? With, back in the day, Norwood, wide right, was it?
Yep.
But that's dating us a little bit. But I've been so impressed by San Francisco. I went to the NFC Championship game with my son Lachlan last year, and they had the football, and if they drove down the field, they could have won that game in that closing minute.
Jimmy G threw a pick.
He threw a pick. Had he walked down that field, and I thought he was going to, whoever was winning that game was winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay. And obviously the Rams did. I feel like talent-wise, there's no team in the NFL that has more talent than San Francisco. Now with McCaffrey in the backfield. The Purdy thing is interesting because I think, like in all things, they're going to discover his weakness, which I think looks like accurate balls downfield.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to take away that short game in the playoffs, and we'll see, right?
That's right.
But I think talent and defense wins games, and I think they have it. I think they beat Philadelphia, and I'll bet you $100
When that happens,
when that
happy
happens,
to make that.
Okay,
bet.
all
Yeah.
right. And I see San Francisco against Buffalo, and I see San Francisco winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I hope not. I still can't stand them. Yeah, hopefully Buffalo and Kansas City play again because those guys,
man.
Mahomes and Josh Allen, are
That
good.
game last year was unreal.
It was
Well,
like the
the
best
whole
football
playoffs,
game I've
right?
ever. Yeah, I mean that was
Yeah.
the best football game other than like the Hawks, winning against
Green
the
Bay
Super Bowl
and
Green Bay and the Niners, all that
for
stuff.
sure.
But those games are going to be awesome to watch over the next like 8 to 10 years because those two
Absolutely.
dudes are studs.
Yeah, they really are.
So that's it. There you
Happy
go.
5 Minute Friday.
All right. Take care, guys.